The resources that you can have, just in terms of the internet, can bring a subject to life. I think that's really important, especially for young people who are growing up in a world where image and moving image and sound is so much part of their lives, and technology and digital media is just a huge part of their lives. They wouldn't know how to go into a library and use like a paper system. How would they do that? I just don't understand that concept. D'abord, vous allez regarder le clip.
Fiona Hilton is using websites that her Year 10 students are familiar with to develop their interest in the French language. This is part of a social issues and equality topic on racism and ethnic diversity.
The starter activity was a clip from a website, SOS Racism, which is a French website, and the students were asked to look at the clip and write down as many words as they could recognise, and it's like a different way of comprehension, basically, movement rather than just here's a book and here's an article. What can you understand? Because you've got the music and the visuals. It's very much a media. I mean, they're on YouTube so much that this is something that they can relate to.
Prejudice, is that prejudice?
Yep. Pure is fear, isn't it?
Good, yeah. Make sure everyone hears that one, Kyoshi.
Ensemble, is that together?
Yep.
Once they'd watched the clip, we looked at meaning, they had to discuss in groups what they thought the words meant.
Is indifference,
Indifference.
is it a cognate?
Yeah.
There was quite a lot of cognates and near cognates, so that's good for them when it comes to exam skills, saying, like, okay, go for the cognates first, which ones do you definitely understand, and given the context, what can you work out? In twos, if you want to move, you can do. I want you to try and work out what would be for you the opposite meaning to those words.
I'm looking for ensemble, which means together, so I'm looking for separately.
What about conflict and harmony?
So that we've got some dictionary skills in there as well. It still links into the topic, but gives them extra vocabulary, and if they're doing that in groups, then they get much more than if they've just done it on their own.
If we work together, we can stop combat of...
Yeah, stop would
racism.
do. Yeah, excellent. Stop or combat racism. Super.
The students then pursue their diversity project in the IT suite.
We're doing a presentation on like the diversity of France and England, well, Barnsley in particular, and we're like comparing the two differences, like food and culture, and then there's another part of it which is about racism and helping to fight against it.
We've made a movie
maker. Yeah, we've made it. We've got some words. We're going to add a voiceover, but that's when it's all complete, and we're going to do that for the food. So, which one? Oh, that one.
The little. We already knew just from like personal knowledge most of the restaurants in Barnsley. Then sort of included sort of the countries that they were from. En Barnsley, il y a beaucoup de restaurants. Carry. Italian.
We're doing about l'etapisme, and like we've just like put some pictures on and some information about what it can cause, and like saying that, just like facts about it. We've put like l'etapisme is like one thing, then we've put like 3 slides with different facts on, and then we've just put a picture with it written like different facts, like in French and the English, and we've just added them on. It says un tiers de adolescents et jeunes femmes fument in France, which is saying like female, a third of them smoke in France. And it's all because I want to keep the figure.
Well, we've got about 7 slides on smoking, which is just giving you like a background information on smoking and how many smokers average are in France and what the health risks are of smoking, everything like that. We've been doing some background research.
We've researched a lot of the facts online.
And we did a French essay and we got marked on it, and we put it into a presentation, so then we can present
And then we've
it.
sort of like adapted some of the facts from his essays and added them to the slideshow.
So they're using resources that are there, that they've got, that they can access at home. They're not having to go to a library. They've got it all on the internet. And I would say that even though a lot of the students don't have all of the packages on their computers, I would say 90% of them, 99%, have a computer with the internet on. So that's a resource that we have to say, right, we'll use it. What can you get out of that?
We found a list of French-speaking countries. A lot of them are in Africa, and that's because that's where the French colonised, but you don't think of Africa speaking French. And then we went on one that sounded interesting, which is Burkina Faso, because no one else has done that. And then we're on the French Wikipedia for Burkina Faso, and now we're finding information about it. Then we're using Google Translate to turn it into English so that we know what it's saying. And then we're taking some of the French and putting it into this video about Burkina Faso.
You could equally just say, right, well, here's some pictures, let's cut them out and put, you know, right underneath as if it was a storyboard. But the difference is that you're using technology and websites that our students use all the time. That's what they grow up with. They've grown up in a digital world. I didn't grow up in that world, but they have, and it draws them in much more quickly, basically. It's interactive. The fact that they're just sitting at a computer screen, choosing what they want, I think that's really important because it gives them a sense of ownership, of, oh, actually, I want to talk about this. And it's just more powerful than them opening a textbook at page 15 and going, all right, well, you know. And it's also really up to date. It's fingertip, isn't it? You're there and you want to know something and bam, it's immediately there. And I think also that's the kind of culture that these students are growing up with. If you want the information, you want it now.
Here, they're using an inter-school social network site to communicate with French-speaking students around the world.
It's one of my pen pals that from France that I want to get in touch with to see what their food like. And I got in touch with 2 people and found out about some stuff in France.
They talk to you in English, and then you talk to them in French, so you get to practice your French and they practice their English.
Where's this person from?
Reunion Island in...
It's off Africa. You should ask her about what food she eats in Reunion, because it's completely different, like typical dishes to what you get in France, even though they speak French. The idea of it's fantastic because this kind of website is a way of bringing it to life. It's real people that the students are corresponding with, and they can see pictures of them. And I think that for the students is quite, I think it's key, you know, oh God, it's actually a spoken language and these people are real. And oh, I've sent a message and I'm getting a message back. Where's the message that she sent back?
I sent something like, what do you do at the weekend?
Oh, okay. If you don't include ICT or some form of technology in your lessons where you are not up to date with where our students are, they are way beyond that. And I think you have to be giving that in lessons, because otherwise we're not moving forwards with the times. I think we need, as schools, we need to be leaping ahead where actually perhaps we're just dragging our feet.